All right, today is November 27th, 2024, and I have Peter here with me today. And yesterday we did a dressing on him that kind of wrapped around his back where he had some clipper injuries. So today I am going to be taking this dressing off and seeing what that moist to dry dressing did. And he also has been medicated with gabapentin. I did that about 2.5 hours ago. He had 50 milligrams of gabapentin for pain so that hopefully he can be more comfortable with this dressing change today. And I am also doing this by myself today. Oops, I'm sorry, honey. I'm just cutting gauze. And you know what else we should have gotten was the churu, right? We should have gotten the churu, which I can reach for in a second. So I have to do a really good job with him today since I don't have any helpers. And I might need to moisten things a little bit. Seems like we got a little bit of sticking. So I am going to just take some Vashe. And I have him on a little pad here, and I'm just going to moisten things to loosen them up. So we might need to do a little dwell here. And you can see there is some drainage. All right, that's seeping through his dressing. So he had these lesions that are caused by clippers, and okay, honey. Okay, honey. The clippers cut his skin, and then he had scabs, which had a lot of fluctuants, and there was pus all under the scabs. I think the scabs looks like they've dissolved. Oops, I'm sorry, honey. Let's give that some more time. We'll let everything sit for a moment. I'm going to get you a churu. All right, let's let that sit. I'm going to put you up here. And put you up there, and we'll just let you sit. I'm going to get a churu. Right over here. So, depending on what I see when I get there, I already know he has some biofilm, so I'll either be using this one or the Aquacell. I do have some kerlix over here that I was kind of letting sit and get moist, so that might be an option as well. Let me get some more Vashe, because I think I used a bottle. We used that bottle, didn't we? Okay. We'll let that sit, and I'm going to get you a churu. Yes, we'll get you a churu in the meantime. So, when you're changing a dressing, and I see this a lot with my patients in the hospital, when I recommend a dressing and the nurses do it, they sometimes don't have time, or they're just in a rush. And honestly, patience is the key, because we can remove a dressing and we can cause a lot of damage just with removing the dressing. So we want to make sure if things are sticking to it, like right now that's adhered, I want it to soften and loosen. So either use saline, sterile saline, or use a wound cleanser to let it sit and soak. And we also want to make every experience a positive experience when we do dressing changes. Because, the last thing you need is a dressing change to be so painful and a negative experience that you're not going to be able to do it again in the future. Especially with an animal. I mean, with a person, we might be able to give them some pre-medication with narcotics. or talk to them about doing mindful meditation or distraction. But, you know, I can't do that with a cat except to try to make it a positive experience. No, Uno, get away. Get out. Sorry, my cat wants to be a helper. And this care is being done in my home. So there is no clinic. You know, this is like specialized care that we do as fosters within some South Central Pennsylvania. All of our fostering for our cats is done in our personal homes. It's not in a big warehouse. Our cats are all, you know, home fostered, which gets them exposed to what home life is like. And it also keeps out, keeps out diseases. I don't know if I got me off kilter. There we go. It keeps out diseases. If you get a bunch of cats with a respiratory issues, you're going to have everybody, you know, in the whole system sick. So this kind of, we limit who gets exposed because we all have a certain number of cats in our home. Oh my, honey, this is just yucky. Yucky, yucky, yucky. So, and also, you know, with the case with the groomer, you can't do things fast with a cat. Their skin is just so fragile. I know, we'll let that soak. So I might turn this off so I don't waste time, you know, with everybody waiting for this to soak, but I will restart back up after I get the dressing off.